friends, this is Laura with Potpourri of Life. I hope that you're doing great. Today what I'm doing is I'm in the greenhouse. It's been a few weeks, few months that I've actually been out here to focus on doing things. And after everything all the work we were doing over at the estate, which is closed, we also had a lot of rain and a lot of extreme heat as we were getting close to the end. And so what's happened is a lot of the flowers and plants and so forth out in the yard have gotten a little bit tired looking, to say the least. But also my greenhouse just got to be the point where it was just a mess. We kept throwing things in here. So over the weekend I got it cleaned out, and so today I'm out here and I'll share a little bit. The lamb's ear over here, I think that's showing up there. This is looking much better now that I brought it in. The kale and the cabbage, it's looking okay, and I always keep it in the greenhouse because I usually don't get the caterpillar butterflies and stuff. But because I opened the door when I wasn't around and I was gone all day, or it was raining and we weren't working, I would end up with caterpillar butterflies, and I keep finding them here. So what I'm doing right now is I've been taking a few things in from out in the garden, bringing them in and fixing them up. One of the things that I'm doing today is I have this planter here. I don't recall what it is. Let's see. It calls it Bright Light. It's called Osteopertium hybrid. It's Bright Lights red. It needs full to part sun, which is where it was. But one of them died on me. So, but I have one left in this pot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just basically pull it out gently. And I use my hands instead of a shovel just because I want to keep the roots kind of tender. I'm just going to figure out a place to fit this in, to kind of fill it in a little bit. Hopefully rearrange these flowers so that they can kind of like come back a little bit. I don't know how that's going to work. Let's see. Let's get something like this to pull it back. Does that work? Nope, that's not what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this. This is why I don't throw things away when I get something from a florist, or if I find somewhere. I don't throw these things away, even though I don't particularly like it, but it's kind of cute. But I can use it for this purpose of making the flowers kind of like stand up a little bit. And I can gently put some of it through there so it'll hold it up in place, hopefully fill it in. I do have a little bit of mint here. I'm going to take that out. You know how mint spreads. This is not a perennial. This is an annual. So I can put the mint in here and hopefully keep insects at bay. And just kind of give it a little bit of a green flare in the front. I don't know if you can see that very well, because I think you can. So I kind of like it that way. It was quick and easy, and that's what I've been doing. Yesterday, as you can see, this cabbage over here is actually doing okay. These here have a little bit of the bites, but underneath there are no eggs. So I'm just going to play it safe and hope that the cabbage comes up okay. And then, but this stuff over here, I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can change this. This over here is not doing as well. As you can see, there's a lot of bites and stuff in here. And this is kale. There's some lettuce up there, and this is a transplant up here. And then some marigolds and stuff that I have in here. So I'm just working with a few things that I have to kind of like spruce it up a little bit for right now. But the other thing that I wanted to share with you is the other day, about 2 weeks ago, when I came in here, we had chairs, we had all kinds of stuff because we kept bringing everything in from the estate that we thought we might use or will sell and stuff, because we did use 2 dumpsters to get rid of stuff, but still there was a lot of stuff. We weren't sure if we wanted to incorporate it into our living space, and we are limited on space right now. So I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we are determining what things that we're going to get rid of, and that'll happen hopefully by the end of this week. But I wanted to kind of show you a little bit of what I've got going on here. So I'm going to pause this. So what we have here is I still have the shelves up there that those plastic units are from salads that I get from a local store that carries locally grown lettuce, hydroponic lettuce. So that's what I get for lettuce when I'm not growing it. And then I have the other shelf that's always been there, and then this table. This table is something that I got from my mother-in-law that was in their attic of the garage, and I just took it and I use it. Because this shelf unit, I can't go all the way up because of the other shelf that my husband installed. We took that extra piece and put it underneath just for more storage, which is kind of cool. And then over there we took one of those old-fashioned coat rack type things, and that's where I hang all my S-hooks. And some of the antique hose and stuff like that I got from Dad, I just incorporated into here because I can use them. But this table has always been here. But one of the things that's really cool, and my husband thought I was nuts, we did end up getting that thermometer, so I can always see what the temp is, which is about 80 degrees. But up here, you see those little crates? My husband, my daughter, sorry about the picture, sorry. So I took them, and they thought I was nuts. They said, "Mom, Laura, those are no good." But look at the storage space that it gave me. Okay, they're not in the greatest condition, but they sit up there, and I can put some lightweight things up there to store. So, and that gives me more room on the shelf to work. Underneath, I still have totes for items that I don't need. One of them is the diatomaceous earth that I ran out of, so I need to go and get more of that. The herb dryer is over there. I don't have anything in. I do have some on the bottom, but not much. But this is another thing, and I don't know if I can reach that far. Hold on. Sorry, didn't know. I had to plug this in because I thought I was charging the battery, but I wasn't. So this is another cabinet here. And let me see if I can move this floral arrangement. Yeah, that's really nice, Laura. So this cabinet was something that was over at the estate as well. And again, my husband says, "Laura, you don't need that." I said, "No, I don't, but the greenhouse does." And so I can just kind of sort out the little things that I use when I start planting my starts. And that works. These were just extra milk crates that we had. Well, I didn't have. I still have room down here to store extra pots if I want to start. This is a top that we've had. I just use it as like a work table when I'm working on plants. It takes up less space. This over here was another unit. This was something that was in my father-in-law's bathroom. But it's storage. It's not stuff that where I can put plants, but it allows me to store, kind of organize everything that I have, which is nice because then when I'm not using the items, I just kind of like put it aside. So that I'm really happy with. And then this shelf unit here, which was in the corner diagonally, we put it right here, and it actually gives us more workspace. And so what I can do is I've got some trays here. These are some herbs I got at the florist the other day. They were half price, so it's an herb. I'm going to pick them up. So I got those, but I can take these. I've got these all set up to work with, so I can start other items like lettuce and so forth that I hope to use inside the house. So this is what it looks like as I enter in. And to me, it's just much more functional, and nobody's allowed to put any outdoor furniture in here right now. And it's got green, it's got life in here. And so when it rains, I can definitely come out and work in here. But you can see that some of the items are needing a little TLC, and it's just because we just got so much rain and so much heat. So I'm out of the greenhouse, I'm over here. Our neighbor was getting louder and louder, so I decided I'll just come over here. It's a beautiful day out. I'm really grateful for that. So in order to perk my spirits up, even my front lamppost was looking kind of bleh. So I went to the greenhouse, or the flower shop, and I picked up some stuff that I added in there, some lily type things. And then I spotted this. It's zinnias, but Sahara Sunburst. And I love it because it's just so pretty and so brilliant. And then I added some more lavender to my collection of lavender. And I'm forgetting what this is. This is beautiful. And I listened to somebody yesterday, and it was on clearance, which is not a bad thing. It's sort of like my herbs, they're on clearance. But the thing is, it's a perennial and it'll come back. So I wasn't, upset that I was paying 50% for something where the flowers are pretty much starting to go by. So I'll have to find a nice spot to put those so that I can enjoy them. More than likely, I'm going to put them in a larger pot though, so that the roots have a chance to stretch out and so forth. My husband really liked it. He said to me this morning after I got home, I had a car inspection, which went well. I have to go back to get some stuff done, which it wasn't needed for the inspection, but it's needed. So he told me, he goes, I really like those puffball type flowers. And I was looking before I came on as to the name. Let me see if it's, I'm not very good here. Oh, hold on. I got it. That's what it is. It's called allium, the perennial allium, but I've not, and now it's in my face because I twisted it around. It's as much a pain in the neck as the chickens are at times. But anyways, so I got those, and I'll put those out in the garden. I had some white alum growing, but seriously, this weather really destroyed things. But I can't blame the weather for everything, because I wasn't around to kind of like keep my eye on everything. That's what happens in life when life has hiccups. You just gotta pick up and keep moving. So that's what I did, and it felt good to go to the store, to the flower shop, and just kind of like pick up a few things to kind of perk things up. Because even my lamppost, I think I alluded to earlier, just wasn't looking good. I had really tall marigolds, which I really like. You saw some of them in the greenhouse, but everything around it just wasn't filling in. I didn't expect them to get to be 12 inches tall. So I went and I got some lily things, and I'll try to post a little video that I did yesterday on that, and because it's near the road, and so. But all in all, I'm back out into the gardens a little bit. Actually, instead of putting laundry in the dryer, I'm out hanging it again on gorgeous days like today. Yesterday I did my laundry, so there's none today. And just checking in on the chickens. Today I got them some new nesting beds that has herbs in it. Now, I could have done it, but with all the things that got backed up, I decided to give them a try. And they're herbs that I use, and it's in the nesting bed, so I'm kind of hoping that they like it. They were very curious. I had all the doors down, and then they're all jumping in, kind of checking it out to see if it was approved. So hopefully I'll get them back in the coop laying eggs instead of the other unit, because we're going to be tearing that apart. I know that a lot of people might not realize how much goes on, whether it's a homestead or just the backyard that we all might enjoy. A long time ago somebody said, that's a lot of work what you have in your yard. They're working at the community center down the street, so we have trucks coming back and forth a lot. And I thought, no, because when I was younger, we had the kids, my husband and I, we had more energy. As we get older, it's work. And I still love it, but because I've done so much, it takes over. It's made me stop and think about how large of a property do we pray that we are able to acquire, because everything that you do requires attention. So, but I'm looking over at the chickens. They're adorable. And I can't go there because I'm attached to a plug. I charged my camera. I forgot to put the battery in. That's how crazy life has been. But we are getting back on course with everything. We got my car inspected, like I said. I have to bring it back to get new tires. It's not urgent right now, but it could be a problem come winter. So I decided, just let's get it done, because the cost of tires, everything is going up. In a matter of minutes, it could just go crazy. So my mechanic, who I trust, told me a few things that need to be done. And he said they could wait, but he recommended they be done. And you just don't know when you're going to be on the road all the time. So I think it's best, even though I take my car nowhere. We put a lot of miles on it this year, and, well, maybe not a lot to you. For me, we put on, I think it was 8,000 miles this year. That's for somebody who just takes it here and there for a doctor's appointment or to the grocery store. I really don't go places. I'm not a shopper. I don't enjoy going to the stores to find deals, because I just lost that thing, because I have plenty here, but I do shop. Don't let me fool you. I certainly enjoy looking for things, but I usually, when I go shopping, these things are crawling all over me. I usually go for a purpose. So I kind of look online what stores have what I'm looking for, and then I go out so that I'm not wasting any time. The other thing I did, I don't know if you can see it. I have to be very good because there's bees here. I don't know if you could see it, but they're loud, and I kind of like it because they're not after me, or so I hope, but they're making my lavenders happy. As I was saying is, I'm not a shopper unless I need something, and one of the things I needed was I needed to get some more grain for the chickens, and because we've been doing so much and we still have a lot to do, and I decided, instead of going into town to the grain stores, that I would order it. Chewy sent me a coupon that I haven't used Chewy in a long time, and they sent me a coupon, and I'm like, let me compare the prices. Is it worth it? Because you get free shipping. And so I bought 2 big bags of grain plus those nesting beds, and it saved me a trip into the store, into town. And honestly, with the way the world is changing, I try to go into town in the morning. I do all my errands in the morning. So this morning I did my my car inspection, did that at 8, got home. 9 o'clock, David was back he had to go and get some keys made up. So I decided, you know what, I have some comfrey that I want to plant. And because we are trying to find a place, I'm going to plant them in planters. Sadly, planters are getting expensive, so I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but it's a start, and I do want to grow my own comfrey, so we'll see what happens. I got my comfrey from Billy from Permapasture, and so I'm looking forward to using it, and that will be something that I can use when I can use it in the compost, I can use it for the chickens, I can use it to line my as a mulch, but more importantly, I can use it for medicine. And I do make things with it. Nothing to consume, just compresses, ointments, and stuff like that. But so I'm looking forward to that. I already use dried comfrey that I've ordered, but now I get to dry it myself and grow it myself, so I'm excited about that. So that's the next project I'll be working on next, and because my battery's not charged, I can't take my camera over there. So that's what I mean when I say I don't shop a lot. We only buy what we absolutely need or we're trying to improve upon. And I have plenty of clothes. We have all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm not interested in shopping to spend resources that we can save and put aside. So I don't know if you can hear the breeze. This is just magical. And I don't like how bright the sun is in my eyes, but if we have this kind of cool breeze, and it's a very comfortable breeze, the sun shining on us, this is a gift after all this rain we were getting and so forth. And for those of you who have been following, you know that I had a interesting neighbor dilemma. Well, I built some hugel mounds. You can look it up online, and I placed them around, and what I'm doing with some of the plants that I'm getting is I'm putting them in there and building them up still. But with the rain that we were getting, God was merciful, because it would rain and our yard would get wet, and where I would wear like low level boots, we did not get what Vermont got. So we're really grateful for that. But over where we had all the flooding by the greenhouse, I didn't get any. So I'm telling you folks, if you are having issues where you got a lot of rain coming in, hugel mounds are very helpful to kind of control the flooding, at least for our yard. And we didn't get nearly as much as we typically do coming in from another neighbor's side. But our grass continuously grows because of all the rain that is in the ground. Our water barrels most of them are full. I've been using a lot of that water, watering my plants and getting them all resituated. So I kind of did a little bit of a chatter here. I'm looking forward to charging the battery next time, because you have to put it into the camera to charge, so I don't have to be plugged in. But I'm looking forward to trying to get the yard back in shape. And it's August 1st. So how much time do I have to get things in order? Not a lot before fall gets here. I did notice that I have some cucumbers coming. Some of my tomatoes have that dry rot on the bottom, so I was disappointed in that. But I'm not going to give up, because there's still chances for more to come in. My kale in some areas are doing good. The spinach didn't do well. My romaine lettuce, we consumed that. And I have some other lettuce growing. But what I'm going to start is I'm going to be starting some other little pots of lettuce. Just little bit of greens and stuff right now. And hopefully I'll make it to the farm stand before too long to get things that we would desire. We are past the strawberry season, but blueberry season is here. My fruit garden, we did okay with the raspberries and they were coming in. But what happened was, because the last 2 weeks prior to closing, we were at the house a lot. So I didn't get to pick our raspberries as much as I would like to have. So we lost some due to the fact that they weren't picked. But our blackberries are coming in. So I'm hoping that goes well. And our grapes, the last time that they came in, they weren't very sweet. They're green. So I don't know if I'm going to end up making vinegar or wine from it. I have no idea. So time will tell. You just got to be patient. I'm trying to think of what else I have out there that, I had melon. That did not do well at all. I had, a lot of these things had great starts. And I'm not going to be disappointed totally, because my husband and I are changing our diet, and we're doing carnivore, but we're actually doing ketovore, which is we're incorporating some vegetables in as well. So I still want to have vegetables on hand and fruit and stuff, because I feel that as long as they're organic or naturally grown in our yards and not using pesticides and such, they are a gift from God. Anything that is processed, added to, we are not interested in. So it's really hard to buy the organic. And the same applies to the meats that we're getting. We are no longer buying it from the store. We're actually going to a butcher who acquires his meat from reliable sources that they're not given antibiotics to. And we just feel like, after doing some research, that this is the change that he and I need, because we find we get tired, or the muscles get tired from all of this. That I said, we need to really revamp what we have for our muscles. You know how you work out with weights and stuff and it burns and stuff? You need to rebuild that muscle. The same thing with our foods. We need to use that to rebuild our bodies. And so far, we've been doing it for about a week and a half now. And we're really happy. And I'm really one who loves meat. And my husband, not so much. But ever since I bought the one from the butcher, he's actually tolerating it better. So that to me was a sign that we need to be careful. We need to not have manufactured meat. We need to have meat that is not injected with stuff. And, I could go on a tangent about, people saying that the cows are destroying our environment. They're not. It's those that are giving them. Let me go on that tangent on another video. So there's just a lot of things that are going on. But today is just a matter of reflecting on what God has blessed us with. Despite the weather, despite the estate closing and all the work we had to do there, God still blessed us. And I am thankful for that. But now I get to go back to my herbal studies, which I'm very excited about. And with that, I'll be able to grow more and pay attention to them, because I'll be home, or so I hope. So, folks, I hope that you're having a great day. And truly, truly, I hope and pray that God blesses each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day.